they were swinging.
Like, how did you just watch that?
I know. I just had to watch it. I just wanted them to have that moment. And like, I wanted to jump in there and like wrap my arms around them, but it's like, I just wanted it to be about them.
Yeah.
I just wanted it to be about them, for them, about them. So y'all, there's this iconic like swinging video that we have of the girls, and they just say to each other, whatever Bella said, Lily repeated, and it was like, "You're the best. I love you so much, Lily." And then Bella goes, and then Lily goes, "I love you so much, Bella," because they can't say their L's at that time. And then she goes, "You're the best sister in the yard." And then the other one goes, "You're the best sister in the yard."
In the yard.
We've said it forever and ever and ever. You're the best sister in the yard. And so they said that to each other, which was really sweet. And then it was my time. We just all took our turns.
And do you recall
at
all anything?
I held her for a while. It's kind of like Josh was like, "I don't really remember what I said when I proposed to you." It's kind of like that same feeling. But I think I just said
Not that you have to share that.
Oh, no.
I'm sure it was like a blur.
No, I'm fine. That. I think I said, like, just thank you. Like, I just thanked her for just being the best. Like, she's always just been such a good kid. She's always been so easy. She makes mothering look easy.
Yeah.
And I just said thank you. Like, thank you for being so hard to say bye to.
Was Bella emotional during all of this too?
Yeah, she was crying. And she was just like, I don't know. I think she said something about just being a really great mom. Like, it's been very easy for me. Because, you've just been a really good mom. And she just makes it so hard to say bye. I just love being around her. I genuinely love being around my kids. They're so easy to love. They're so easy to be around. They don't annoy me. They're not mean. They've never been cruel to me.
I know. I've thought about that.
They've never said anything mean to me, about me.
I feel like thinking through all of this with you and your family, and I think all of your followers and everybody kind of looking in and watching this, is we've seen this very tight-knit family have to walk through this.
Yeah.
And to know, because you're so open and honest about everything with your family.
Yeah.
And I think there are some people who are dropping their kids off who are like, bye.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't remember any of this with my family, probably because my parents were like, goodbye. And I'm sure I was like, bye.
I don't doubt that there was some relief in saying, App, you can have her.
Yes.
Let her go run amok on your campus, on your time, and on your dime. Like, fine, so be it. I don't blame them. If Mary and Jack were like kicking me out of my dad's pickup truck, I don't blame them, because I was a tougher teenager.
Yes.
Like,
and I think a lot of us were, and still are. Parents are dealing with this. So
yes.
I'm on my timeline. I am seeing a lot of parents dropping kids off and saying goodbye. And everyone's going to have their emotions about it in their own way. But I knew, and I think people close to you knew, that this was going to be
brutal.
Because
we are so tight knit.
Because you're so tight knit, and you
we do everything.
You do everything together. You choose each other. You actively choose each other every single day, all the time. And
like, I'm obsessed with, like, I'm genuinely like obsessed with us doing as much as possible together. There are things that I do on my own, and I have my own life, and I have my own passions and everything like that. But when we are home, we are home.
Yes.
We are home, and we are together. And it's such an example that Joshua has also set, that he doesn't choose anything above us.
Yeah.
His girls are everything. He does not choose anything above us. He works out at 5 a.m. every day so he can be home in the morning for the morning stuff.
That's right.
He runs first thing and is home before any of us wake up. Like, he's not sacrificing any of his time outside of work for the most part.
Yeah.
I'm like, you need friends. But he's not, he's really not sacrificing anything because he has made such a point that it is about us. This is what we do. We are together. And I've been honest, like, the only time I've had to even share my time with my child is when she got a boyfriend.
I know.
It's the only time. Even when she worked. So we worked at the same place.
Yeah.
Like, okay, great. I'll work at Girl Tribe too. Like, there are times when she couldn't go to work and I filled in for her. I was like, I'll take your shift.
Yeah.
You have something else to do. Like, fine. I mean, we've just always been together. And my kids, yes, they have friends, but they don't do much with their friends.
Yeah.
They're still home.
Yeah.
They're not, okay, can I go here? I think some kids are just chomping at the bit. Like, the second that they can be free, it's like, okay, I'm going to the movies. Okay, I'm going here. Can I spend the night out? Can I do this? Can I do that? And I think some of that is in their nature, that we've made that it's in their nature, maybe. Okay. Then it's also the nurture. We've made our home nurturing. So you want to be there.
Yes.
And then 3, like, I've given them enough rope to do what they want to do, and they still don't go and do that thing.
I know.
Like, we're not going to go party. We're not going to drink. We're not going to do this sort of stuff because we have bigger goals. We have other things we want to do, and we don't want anything to come in between them. And so they don't do any of that stuff. And that just means they're home more.
Yeah.
And so it is hard to be thinking that this is going to be so radically different.
Yes.
Because I didn't have, besides the boyfriend, like going to spend time with him, I haven't had to share her. I have not had to share
You've
her.
had so much just good, real quality time.
Yeah.
We're talking quality time, not
Very quality.
distracted with her.
Quantity and quality.
Yes.
There's just a lot of quality time.
Yeah.
You're right.
For
Like,
17 years.
It's been that way. And I'm so glad that we made certain decisions. People ask me all the time, how do you get so close? I don't know. We just were. Again, I think it's an example of what Joshua set too, leading our home in that way.
Yeah.
I think it's even when I had the bakery, it was, we're going to have dinner together every night. We don't miss dinner. Like, this is family dinner. Sure, did it have to maybe be a little bit earlier or a little bit later? Or maybe it was on the floor of my bakery, or maybe it was drive-through or takeout or this or that. But we're going to have dinner together. And I still stand by this: one TV in the house. One TV in the house.
Mm-hmm.
You all have to decide what you're going to watch together.
Yeah.
It fell into place like that when they were very little, and we had our house down near like the South Carolina border. We had a bonus room above our garage. And so we did have a TV in that bonus room, and we had the one, of course, in the living room. That bonus room TV didn't have cable or anything. So it was just like, okay, if the girls need to go up and play, I'll put on a Dora movie, whatever.
It's like a DVD.
It was genuinely a DVD. Like, I mean, I'm not so old it was VHS, but we're on the cusp.
We're on the cusp of VHS or DVD.
Yes. So it was just, they would kind of be up there playing and doing that, and I'd be downstairs making the cakes and doing all of that. And so, but then if it's family time, it's family. We are all deciding what to do. It's not, okay, it's nighttime and the kids are going to be up there and we're going to be down here. Like, no, we're all deciding something, or they're in bed, obviously.
Yep.
And then when we moved to the condo, and we don't do TVs in bedrooms at all, not for us either.
Yeah.
So in the condo, there was just the TV in the living room. We all had to decide, what are we all going to watch? Okay, this is what we're going to do, and this is our family time. I mean, we were doing other stuff too. I'm just saying the TV, I think we got to a place in society where it's like, we need 7 TVs.
Right.
We need them in every room.
Yeah.
We need them in the kitchen, in the living room, in the bonus room, kids' rooms, parents' rooms. You're able to then break off and do your own things. And then you don't really even have to learn like compromise.
Well, compromise, but then just learning to love the same thing.
Yes.
You know, I love that we've been doing The Office together.
Yes, when you finally can all watch The Office together.
Oh my gosh. And now we're going through Stranger Things, as you guys know. Like, this has brought so much delight to my heart. As y'all know, I say, the older my kids get, the better. The better, and like the easier it is for me to connect, because we can love the same things and laugh at the same things and have those inside jokes.
And you can start to dabble in even like the inappropriate stuff, and it's not so, you know, and I do encourage people to try to remove as many distractions. What I didn't want for my kids is for something in their room to allure them.
Yeah. Oh, no. We don't
We
don't do computers or laptops in the room. We don't do TV. And I don't want any technology in the room.
Nothing. Just that's for sleep.
Yeah.
That's for sleep.
Yep,
Then
yep,
we
yep.
play together in a play area.
Yep.
And then we watch a show together on the one TV.
Yep.
That's just how we did it forever and ever. Amen. And it has kept our I think that those few things.
Yeah.
And then keeping cell phones away.
Yeah.
Keeping them away. And then almost no social media. Just
Yeah.
just pare it all the way down.
I think the phones are a big part of this,
it's a
y'all.
big
If you
part.
are someone that's been asking Miranda about like closeness with your kids and how to create this, the phones are a really, really big part of this. And I mean, I haven't even updated you, but we've been a wait till 8th family.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Tinsley is now an 8th.
Mm-hmm.
And
No,
I'm just still not there.
don't do it.
And I think that she feels sad about that. She does have her watch,
Yeah.
so she can call if she needs to call,
yeah.
which is great.
Mhm.
That's really the only reason you need it is
Correct.
to call
Correct.
or to text. But I just am like, Tinsley, we got something good going on
So
here.
good.
And I said to her, the example I'll give you, hun, is when we're driving down the road and we're all, we're on a road trip or we're wherever, or we're listening to music together. I don't need you in that back seat just staring at your phone. I don't need that.
Mm-mm.
You're a kid.
Yeah.
I want you to be looking out the window. That's
right.
what I want you to do.
Look at those raindrops chasing.
Look at the raindrops. Watch the moon chasing the car, whatever it is. Listen to the music.
Pretend that you're flying the plane like Joshua
Yes.
did with his remote control.
I just am like,
You miss out on
I
so
know
much.
she's in 8th and I know she's 13, but I'm still just like,
Yeah.
you don't need it. I'm
Wait,
just
wait.
not doing it.
Just wait until you possibly can, and you'll
Yeah.
know when that right feeling hits, I think. But ultimately, whatever distractions you give your children, just know that those distractions are going to be from your family.
Yes.
That is what it comes down to.
Yes.
So I never wanted to make the allure of something else greater than what we had going on.
Yeah.
And I've always said it, and I'll say it another time. Your kid needs to figure out who they are before the world tells them who they should be.
That's
And the world is the phone now.
Yeah.
And so how many people's opinions do you want infiltrating your children's psyche? Our brains just have not been made to take on this many different opinions. They haven't. We have not matured as a species. Since the beginning of time, our brains have not caught up to the technology.
Yeah.
And so we're handing these to kids. We already know as adults it's very hard, right?
Yes.
To manage, to control,
Yes.
to moderate, to whatever. And then we think for some reason these kids without frontal lobes
Yeah.
being formed
That they can
are going to
handle it.
somehow handle it when as an adult you can't.
Absolutely
So
not.
why would you do that? Why are you are setting them up for failure. You are genuinely setting them up for failure. So don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't do it. Just wait. Just wait and wait and wait and wait and wait. And then even
while you're waiting, what you're saying is be super intentional
about connection.
The connection. What I will do, Buckley years ago gave us girlies a list of movies that are super fun to watch, not animated movies, but like fun movies that either we grew up on or even more modern that are appropriate for kids to watch. That everyone is going to feel entertained, because I had gotten to a point where I felt like at a loss, where I was like, well, what do we watch next?
Yeah.
Like, what thing I know there's tons of them out there, but I don't know what they are. And the Kernodles are like the movie people. They know every movie. They've seen everything. And she made this list. I think I still have it in my notes app. And
Of course you do.
yeah. And it's like, 20, 30, however many deep of just these great movies. So we will find that and post that for the podcasts, because I just
Let's
feel
do
like
that.
people need like concrete ideas.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I get that. I think it just happened naturally for us, and we spent a lot of time outside too.
Yeah.
And then when we lived in our condo, like, you don't have a backyard, so you have to go out intentionally.
Take walks.
So it's like, do our bike rides, take walks, walk to Original Pancake House, walk to the park, walk them to school. And you're just outside a lot. And that was really great for us too. We wanted our kids we wanted to raise them, like we've always said, like it was the 80s and 90s.
Yes.
And just go back to that. If you loved growing up in that era because of the things that didn't have in it now, then do the same for your kids. Just give that to them. That's the best gift you could ever give them. If you dislike that this is how it is now, then you don't have to.
Yeah.
You don't have to fall into it. Don't fall into that trap. The idea that I watch 8 and 9 and 10-year-olds with a phone, I will never understand that. I'm not trying to judge you as a parent.
Yeah.
I just won't understand it.
Yeah.
I won't. They just don't need it. There's no need. There are other options if you need to get in touch with them. There are other ways to do it, and we know that, and you know that.
Yeah.
You've just kind of fallen into the
Correct.
trap of the cell phone, and I'm here to preach. You don't have to.
But
You just don't have to.
You know, it's the guy that wrote Anxious Generation. Like,
Yeah.
that's what he's literally going on any talk show. He's on tour. He's convincing school systems to ban cell phones completely. This man, I literally looked at Matt and was like, this man is a world changer.
Oh, he is.
He actually, doing this research, concrete evidence, writing this book, putting it out there is going to change the lives of so many kids.
Because what we needed. So Colin was trying to do this with Wait Till 8 before he passed, right? So he was trying to do that, but we didn't have enough evidence.
Yep.
It had not been around long enough to say, okay, we now have 20 years. We have a generation's worth of evidence because we need that, right? We need some of the science there. But this guy, what's his last name?
Haidt. Jonathan
Haidt.
Yeah.
He now said, we have it. So for all the parents who are out there going, well, maybe, I don't know. I mean, I think so. He's like, the numbers don't lie. We are raising the most anxious generation ever, in history.
Yep.
And we can say it might be this and it might be that and it might be this. But we can also concretely say it is the cell phones.
Yep.
It is the other people's opinions.
Yep. It's the social media.
And it's the social media. And so whatever you do, y'all know if you go back to 80s babies to modern moms, even though we did the 8 and 13, then they still didn't get social media right away.
Yeah.
You had to prove your maturity with the phone as its own thing.
Yes.
Did you drop it? Did you break it? Did you lose it? Did you misplace it?
That's a whole other part of it.
Whole other part of it. So she's having to do this with her watch too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's a glass face.
I mean,
it's charging it.
And Tristan's kind of on the heels of that, looking at that, saying, like he eventually wants the watch. And I'm sitting here going, you got to prove it to me, man.
Yeah.
You got to prove to me that you can handle this. You're not going to lose it. You're not going to be distracted by it, because even the watch, there's some things that can
it pops up and
be
just
distracting.
Also, y'all can say turn off notifications.
Yeah.
Like the kids just don't need to constantly be pinged.
Yes.
I don't have notifications on my phone.
Yeah. Oh, I don't either.
Absolutely not.
I don't either.
My phone would go off all day.
I know.
Hell no. Hell no.
No.
That's why I miss so much. I'm like, sorry, I didn't know she followed me and I didn't not follow you back. I'm just never going to get a push notification.
Never.
Sorry. Not sorry. But you can monitor those sort of, but I didn't want to be the mom who's like, let me see, let me monitor, let me turn this off, let me pull this out. No.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that with my time. So you're just not going to have it.
Yeah.
You're not going to have it. Sorry, not sorry. I care more about your heart and your soul and your brain and all these other things than just, okay, well, this is just part of the norm. No, it's not. And it doesn't have to be. And I again, my kids will prove me right or prove me wrong as the years continue to go on. But I can say confidently, at least at 15 and 17, so far, what we're doing is absolutely working.
What you're doing is
working.
And again, the people from the outside looking in are seeing the closeness your family has. And I think you've done a great job being super open with that and giving people tips. You're not gatekeeping that. You're saying, here's what we do. And I love what you just said. If we all loved the 80s and 90s and we thought this was the best decades and we grew up so great, we can recreate that for our kids. We can.
We can. We don't have to fall into the societal pressure of X, Y, or Z.
Yeah.
You just don't have to. I mean, there's people out here, people are like, no, it just is the sign of the times. It just is.
Oh.
No, I mean, look, the Amish have made it happen for millennia. Like, are you kidding me? You guys are acting like there aren't entire groups of people.
Not the Amish.
They don't even have electricity. Y'all are acting like you will die without a phone. The Amish don't even have electricity and they're not dead. They have continued to live this life and they are fine generationally.
Yes.
Like, I need to hear people say some of the ridiculousness out of their mouth and then
Yes.
stand on it.
Stand on business.
Please stand on business about it and say it back to yourself. Genuinely say it back. No, I just can't. It's not possible.
I'm dead.
The Mennonites and Amish are like, it is.
It is
Dum
possible.
dums.
We're churning butter.
Yeah.
And thriving.
I don't know that that's the best way to live. I'm not Amish. I'm not saying that. I
Yeah.
think that there can be something in the middle, though.
There
And guess
can.
what it was? It was called the 80s and 90s.
That's it. That's it.
It just is.
Okay. So
Okay.
when y'all
Oh,
say
wow.
goodbye.
We say goodbye.
We say goodbye.
We had to stop crying for a second. So we say goodbye. Everyone kind of took their turns and just loved on each other and said their things. We did our family hug. And then it's funny because you think, okay, Joshua's had his moment. Lily's had her moment. I've had my moment. We are now going to walk away. But it was like, everyone was like, one more. Well, but no one's saying
No one wants to be like, this is the final goodbye.
Yeah. No one's saying it. No, we're not even like, okay, well, you go have one more. You go. It was just like, okay. So I give her a big squeeze. Lily gives her one more tight squeeze. So then Josh was like, oh, I want one more squeeze.
Oh my God.
And so I'm like, okay, it's it. We're going. We're walking away. We're going. Bella turns back to go into her dorm so she can go up and see Jayla before they go to dinner. And then I make it around the side of the building because I don't know where Bella quite is at this moment. I make it around the side of the building before I just go, like, that guttural kind of wail that I've been holding in this whole time.
No.
I'm like, this will be out of her earshot and it will be out of her eye shot, but I can no longer hold it in. I have to wail. And I just...
Oh, friend. Oh,
kind of just that like deep grunting, groaning cry. And Joshua turns the corner and he just grabs me and he's like, I don't think he could say anything.
Yeah. What is there to say?
I think he's just watching me and holding me. And I'm trying to move one foot in front of the other because I know I can't stand here. I can't stand at this corner.
Yeah.
And just wail. I mean, people are still moving in, by the way, you guys. There are families of people carrying in their stuff. By the way, there's not even a TV in Bella's dorm room. Like, we didn't even think about it.
Yeah.
Anyway, so people are carrying their stuff in and I'm like, like, I can't stand here and do this to them. It's not fair. It's not. They need their time.
I cannot.
People are pulling up. Open their trunks. I hear beep, beep. And I'm just... So I don't know if Joshua's putting his arm around me to comfort me or more like, keep it moving. We've got to get out of these people's way as they carry their Cuisinart through. Like, let them be.
You might be on someone's TikTok.
I know who. I know. I clocked him. I clocked the family. I clocked him. I'm like, it's fine if you record. At this point, like, just tag me. I would love this moment.
You want to go viral?
I'm not recording any of this, so I would love this moment to live in infamy. If you want to airdrop it, like, I'll turn it on.
Oh my! And what was Lily doing?
Lily was right behind us, I guess. I don't know. I can't even see. I'm crying so hard that once we finally get to the top of the street, I say to Joshua, You're gonna have to hold my hand across the street because I can't see anything. And he's like, I got you. And he does. He has his arm around my shoulders and he's like, don't, okay, you can step now. And I step off the curb and he walks me over to the car.
Oh my gosh.
And I looked at Lily and she had already pulled herself together.
Okay.
So she gets in the back seat. She's okay. And then I get in the front seat and Joshua's like, I feel really good about this.
Okay.
I feel really good. I think that Bella's going to be okay. I really like Jayla. She seems very sweet. And I think that it's going to be
okay.
great.
So Josh feels good. And did you receive that? Like,
yeah,
like your man's is saying
he needed to. Yeah. I mean, he needed to just lead.
Yeah.
He needed to lead. He needed to just lead me
is.
out of that courtyard.
Yeah.
He needed to lead me across the street. And he needed to lead me in that moment because it was going to go one or two ways. I was going to get back in that car and just be like, we can't do this. Yeah. Why are we doing this? Just take her. Let's just go get her. She doesn't need to go to college. Like, she can get a trade job. Like, she's so smart. Artists are launching on YouTube all the time. Like, I could have done that. I could have. And I think before I could even start it, he was like, I feel really good about it. It's like positive, like when you're parenting and your kid falls down and it's like, which way is it going to go? Another parenting. Here's another hot tip. Just say you fell just the right way and clap for them and they stand up. Like, yeah. I mean, they could have broken an arm and they still at that point think they've fallen just the right way and you're praising them.
Yes.
Okay. I've always done that every time my kid fell.
Yes.
So anyway, it's kind of like that where it's like, if you were to say like, oh my God, are you okay? Yeah. Your kid's just going to cry harder.
That's right.
But if you say, I feel really good. This is great. You felt just the right way. So I think Joshua realized that moment, I do not need to cry with Miranda.
No.
I need to say, everything's going to be great. Isn't that roommate so sweet of her?
Yes.
Gosh, we got here just in the nick of time. The parking has just expired.
He needed to just get you talking about something.
He just get me. And instead, I sat there silent. I sat there silent. I
did.
grabbed more napkins out of the glove compartment, and I just
Yeah. The shaky. That kind of cry is, that's the kind of cry. That's
I hadn't caught my breath from the wailing.
Just,
yeah.
ooh, that's a tough one.
Like this, and then he just pulled off, and there was no.
That was it. And then it was just time to go home.
I couldn't. He just pulled away.
Did y'all go eat?
So he pulled away, and then I think he had to do like a U-turn around this, not a U-turn, but he had to go around the circle to go back out this way.
Yeah. And
at this point, I'm like, oh, I never got like a picture, like a video of like her building just outside of her home. And he goes, are you going to regret it if you don't have that? And I was like, I think I might. So I hop back out. You can hear it in the background. I think I posted the video like, this is her beautiful building. And I think you can hear me going like that. Listen carefully. Now there was like the beautiful birds, and people again are still moving, but you might be able to hear it if you listen closely enough. I'm kind of shaky with it.
Oh,
but I get the video and I hop back in the car because he has kind of pulled around to meet me where I'm going to be coming out the other side. Right.
Yeah.
And so at this point is when I clock that Bella and Jayla are walking to dinner.
Yes.
And I'm like, don't let her see us.
Yeah.
Don't let her. I'm like crouched down. I've hopped in the car and I'm crouching down because I can't say bye again. I can't say bye.
No.
If I
you
feel
can't
like,
even wave.
No, I feel like if we lock eyes, I'm jumping back out of this car. I'm going to jump over the car and I'm going to go yank her and say, get back in this vehicle.
Yeah, you are.
Now.
You cannot even wave. You cannot lock eyes.
So I'm like, babe, try not. How demure is Joshua's rig?
It's not demure.
Not demure.
No. It's not understated.
No.
It's not a small crumb.
No, it's not. So I said, well, this is going to be tough to hide, but I feel like if I crouch down, that will help her not see his rig. Well, for seconds, she didn't see us. She's kind of walking this way. We're kind of pulling off this way. Okay. She doesn't see us. And then all of a sudden, she kind of turns her head back. Don't know why. Turns her head back. She sees us. I lock eyes with her.
No.
Yes, I lock eyes with her.
No.
And I'm like, what are we gonna do? What is the next? It's like a chess game, right? Like what? Huh? And she locks eyes with me, and I kind of wave at her, and she gives us a little grin, like a little, like this. And then she turns her head back around and she continues marching on with Jayla to dinner.
That's the end of the movie.
How beautiful.
That's it. That's the movie.
It was like she could have walked back over. And I think she just knew, like, I'm a big girl now.
I'm a big girl.
I'm a big girl now.
I'm going to give a little smile.
I'm going to give a little smile.
And I'm going to turn and keep walking.
She didn't even wave. She didn't run over to us. She didn't wave. She just gave us a little sweet little grin like, I'm good. And she turned her head and she walked off with Jayla. She didn't say another word.
Oh my God.
Can you believe it? She's such a big girl now. God, this episode. This episode is such a disaster. Are y'all okay? Like I forget sometimes that we're talking to other people and they're having to listen to this. Are y'all okay too? Like I feel bad for the listeners.
Oh God. No,
I am so all over the place. Oh my God.
But we knew it was going to be like
yeah.
We knew. We knew. I knew. You knew.
Yeah.
They knew. These podcasts knew.
And she just turned and walked away. And I think she knew, like, that's what she needed to do. Like, she had to prove it to herself, too.
Yeah.
That she can do that.
I think it was for her, and I think it was for you, too.
Yeah.
I think it was, like, Bella's so smart and very emotionally intelligent, too. And I think she was just like, I'm going to give him the nod and the smile, and I'm going to keep moving.
She did. She kept moving. And then we kept moving on home. And we did stop at a Waffle House to eat our feelings.
Oh, yay.
We did. And that felt really good.
Oh, that's the perfect
I
stop.
got a waffle.
Oh, that's perfect.
So good. They're waffles. What's in that batter? It's so
I don't.
it's so thick and lumpy. Do y'all watch them put it in there? How do they do it? It's so good.
It's so good, but the waffles come out so soft,
So soft.
and steamy.
Ugh.
Yeah, moist.
It was the best waffle I've had ever.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's
Yeah.
just because it knew I needed it. It was the best waffle I've had at a Waffle House. Oh, I put so much butter on it and so much syrup.
Oh, so good.
I just ate my feelings.
Oh, it's
I did.
so good. I love.
And Lily got some country ham, so I had
Oh, the country ham. I love I love the bacon, egg, and cheese breakfast sandwich. That's what I like because they make that bacon so crispy and dark.
Yes.
And it's that melty cheese.
Oh.
It's just that Kraft American melty cheese.
It's so good.
It's delicious.
It's so good.
Give me Waffle House any day over
Thank
some
you.
fancy brunch spot.
Absolutely, give me Waffle House any day. Come, give me Waffle House or give me death.
I might go there tonight. Maybe,
Okay.
Maybe I will.
Let's go.
Maybe that's where I'm going for dinner.
Okay, do it. That's where we had our dinner last night. I said to Lily, "You want to go to Waffle House?" Yup. I'm like, babe, next exit. I just saw the sign. Pull off there. That's where we're going. So we did that, and then we got stuck in an hour of traffic on 40 afterwards. So what's usually like at that hour of night, it should have been 2:15.
Yeah.
Okay, 2:15er, 2:30er at the absolute most. It was 3.5 hours to get home last night. So it just felt like
just drug it out.
it felt like the longest drive home of all time.
Yeah.
And I was just like, get me home. I just want to get home. And then of course, when we walked in the door, that's when again, like it just like hit you like,
She didn't ride back with you.
okay, so so I guess she's not spending the night here. Like this is it. Okay, got it. Yeah. This is exactly what it's supposed to be. Okay, cool. Fun fact
Tell me.
is that of all the days, so we had been, all of our roofing supplies had been dropped off early August while we were on our road trip. And then we were told that our new roof was going to be put on the next day.
Okay.
That never happened because the hurricane came through and all these delays happened, blah, blah, blah. So I had written the girl and was like, hey, when is it going to be? And she, I guess, had forgotten to write me back. The morning when we're trying to pull out yesterday morning when we were trying to pull out of our driveway to take Bella to college, and it's already very emotional and everything, all the roofers pull up in our driveway and block us in.
No.
All like 5 work trucks
No.
come in with their ladders and everything and block Joshua's vehicle in. And I was like,
We're taking our child to college. Like what? All the
I
time?
was like, do not be a sign. Like, do not let her go. Like, you're blocked in.
Ooh.
I always look for signs everywhere. But then I just said, no, Miranda, no.
No.
Nay.
Nan.
Nant. This is not, she is supposed to go. This was just ironic timing.
Yep.
Anyway, we had to ask all the roofers to move. But what Joshua was like, well, at least we have a new roof when we get home.
That's making lemonade.
like,
That's making lemonade. Okay, Josh.
Thanks for trying to, yeah, you're right, babe. Yeah, we might not be coming home with our daughter, but we will come home to a new roof.
Bella Ruth. It's all the same.
You know, he takes care of the outside of the house. So this was a big deal to him.
It's a big deal to him.
And I do get that. But I was like, I'm not ready for this lemonade. I'm not ready for it.
What did you watch last night?
Fail videos.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You told me that.
Lily-
Fail videos.
Yeah.
Because Lily knew what you needed.
Yeah, Lily knew
Okay,
what I needed. It
that's
was
right.
either that or Christmas vacation. So it really could have gone either way.
Yeah.
But Joshua was very tired and I think just emotionally spent.
So he went to bed?
So he was like, I don't think I'm going to make it. So we didn't turn on the movie and instead turned on Veil videos because he would have loved to watch Christmas Vacation with us. So.
Do you think that the boys, the kitty cats,
Mm-hmm.
have any sense of she comes and goes.
Yeah.
So I guess there's just no way to know unless we can find a way to communicate with cats.
I wish we could. I don't think that they have any idea because they probably just think, oh, where's Bella?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Bella's at work or
I don't know.
Yeah.
But when I saw this morning Lily in her bed and the cat's in there with her, that's also because Lily's in there.
That's
they
true.
want to be wherever human is. And my door's closed because I slept this morning.
You slept.
I only set my alarm for this. Usually I set my
Wow.
alarm to go work out.
Yes.
But I said, don't set the alarm. And I turned on Do Not Disturb because I was getting inundated with obviously very, very sweet messages.
Yes, people
which I love
checking
that.
on
People
you.
checking in.
Yeah.
But so I turned on Do Not Disturb and then only set my alarm for 9 1:30 to like get up and get ready for this.
And you slept until then?
I slept until then.
Good.
I slept until then. So actually, I
needed
woke up
that.
3 minutes before my alarm went off, and that's my favorite thing to do.
Yes.
Because then I don't have to hear that annoying sound.
That means like your body's rhythm was like, okay, I've had enough rest. I'm ready to wake up.
Exactly. And I went to bed kind of late. I went to bed at maybe 1:20, 1:30.
Okay.
So even sleeping until I got 8 hours of sleep.
Good.
Uninterrupted. I didn't have to get up at all. So it felt really good to get the sleep. And then I checked in on Bella immediately. Like, hey, how'd your first night go?
Okay, so what's the 411 on Belle?
She said that it wasn't her best night of sleep, that they forgot to close their blinds before they went to bed.
Oh, okay.
And so the second the sun came up, it was like bright in her room. So she said, we won't forget that tonight.
Okay.
But yeah, she said Jayla and her are getting along, that they have so much to talk about, that she really did not like dinner. She's not loving the dining halls.
Yeah.
She didn't like it on orientation. She did not like
The
it last
dining
night.
halls it's not great. I mean, I do remember that.
I loved it.
I remember, I mean, she's probably going to the one that I use.
Clark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Clark's not great. Really,
She didn't like the other one though. For orientation was the other one on the bigger side.
and that's the one I think that the athletes use. There's one that the athletes use that's like the best one. So
Okay.
I'm not sure which one there's because state is so big. There's so many.
They're so big. She will figure this out.
will.
I remember loving, but I love an all you can eat. I love a buffet
Yes.
style. I like a
Yes.
cafeteria.
Yes.
I like that. I can find anything, but she's a bit of a picky eater.
Yeah, if she's more picky and she's not a girly that's going to just load up on like green beans and meatloaf, then
she's not.
Yeah,
She had fries. What did she say? She had fries, the ice cream, because they have those ice cream machines.
Yeah.
NC State's big on ice cream because they have cows
Uh-huh.
who provide the milk because they're such an agriculturally focused school.
Yeah.
And then she said one other thing that she had, but she was like, Mom, I don't know how I'm going to eat here.
She's got to find a way. Does she have like the full blown dining plan?
She has the full-blown dining plan, and then her dorm has, of course, a kitchen downstairs on the main level.
Okay.
So she can cook and she can make things for herself. Is she going to? Will she have the time? I don't know. But, we got her ramen and things like that.
My kids are eating ramen
I know.
now.
I mean, she ate ramen at home, and I can cook.
Yeah, my kids
Girl
are
still loves
upset.
ramen.
I think both my older kids took ramen to school today.
And they
make at school.
They can just
Yeah,
hot water, and then
they have a microwave there, so they can.
Nice.
I got them the little cup, the cup of noodles.
And now my kids doctor up their ramen too. They'll do egg in it, and they'll kind of make it more like a pho.
Okay, then my kids need to start doing that because I am like, you're just eating sodium and carbs.
Yeah,
Maybe we could do a little better.
Speaking of food, have you been fed the cucumber guy?
Oh yeah.
Yet?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I've seen cucumber.
Oh
guy.
my God.
Yep.
Oh my God. My God. I'm gonna start making this. I think this is gonna be my new thing.
Yeah. Start doing it and bring me some.
I will.
It's an entire cucumber.
It's an entire cucumber. And then you just doctor it up in whatever way. So the two that I'm most excited to try is the lox bagel.
The lox one, of course.
Okay. And then the peanut Thai.
Yes, the Thai.
Oh.
The Thai one. The Thai. Yes. There was one with, was it the lox one with like the pickled onions?
Mm-hmm.
Was that the lox one? Which one am I thinking of?
No, I don't think you put pickled onions in the lox one. I think you put regular onions in the lox one, which I will not be doing, as you know.
Okay.
But I will be doing it sans onion, and then the peanut one looked phenom. The thing is he's putting all my favorite things in here anyway.
Yeah.
Rice wine vinegar, soy sauce,
Yes.
grated garlic,
Yes.
peanut butter. Then you're shaking all that up with the cucumber. I mean, it makes sense because this is what's coming on an Asian salad or whatever. But then the lox one looks so good. And then I'm sure, I haven't plowed through all of his content, but I'm sure he's done a cucumber, mozz,
Yes.
tomato sort of one. But his whole thing is to eat a whole cucumber.
Yeah.
And like
So he shaves it into this little tub, you guys.
mandolin shaves into one just the plastic, food storage containers as the stuff, and then he shakes it, and people are convinced, no way is it getting this creamy, no way.
I know,
is it,
because it's really full, and you think, how is there space for it to all mix together appropriately?
I think as you start to shake and as things are starting to mix with the cucumbers, they're letting out so much water because there's such like They're such a water-filled food.
That's what it is.
And so then that's mixing with all the other stuff, and then it's getting very creamy and runny. And then he takes those chopsticks, and I also like the way he makes that sound on the first bite. He doesn't have to slurp them. He just does slurp them. And I appreciate that.
Yes.